Hello everyone, welcome to Headlines of the Day. This is 25th of May 2022 and we are back again with some of the major articles from The Hindu. Let's begin our today's discussion from page number 1, GS2 International Relations part. There are two articles on page number 1. The first one talks about Quad. Quad is a force for good, says our Prime Minister Modi. And the second one says that India-US to work on tech and investment. From this article, you have to understand what are the key outcomes of recent Quad summit, what is Quad and how does it work, and its objectives. From the second article, you have to know about the latest developments regarding the bilateral relations between India-US and benefits associated with them. Moving further on page number 1 itself, from GS1 history section, there's an article, Qutub Minar not a place of worship, says the Archaeological Survey of India. So it opposes the appeal against dismissal of civil suit asking restoration of 27 temples. From this article, you have to learn the facts related to Qutub Minar complex, plea associated with it, and stand of ASI in this particular context and what lies ahead. Alright, moving further on page number 6 from GS3 economy section, there's an article that says a new road for India's fiscal federalism. From this article, you have to understand what observations did the Supreme Court make on the country's federal structure, implications of the ruling, how had centre and states reacted, why did government introduce the GST regime in India, constitutional provisions, achievements, issues, key analysis, and what is the possible scenario ahead in this particular context. Moving further on page number 6 itself, from GS2 Polity and Governance, there's an article, The Executive Seems More Fragile Than Hurt Sentiment. You have to know about the Section 153A and Section 295A of the Indian Penal Code. Why are they enacted? The legislative history behind that, why there is an increased use of these penal provisions, the latest annual report of the National Crime Records Bureau NCRB in this particular context, the issues associated and what needs to be done in this particular context. Moving further, on page number 6 itself from GS2 International Relations part, another article that is headlined as Caution and Clarity. From this article, you have to understand what is the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, which countries are joining the IPEF, what would the IPEF do, how has India joined it, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 6 itself from GS2 Health section, there's an article, Serving Those Who Serve. The health workers need better remuneration and safety guarantee, not just awards, says this article. So from this article, you have to know about the World Health Organization's act of recognizing India's ASHA, that is accredited social health activist, and what is the role of ASHA workers in linking the community with the health system. Moving further, page number 7, GS2 International Relations. There's an article that is headlined as Lessons from Russia for India. This article says, no amount of advanced technology can compensate for low morale and training, weak command, poor tactics and strategy. From this article, you have to understand how Russia's invasion of Ukraine has had many impacts globally. What are some key takeaways for India from Russia's unimpressive military performance as India uses a significant amount of Russian origin weapon system, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 8, GS2 International Relations part, on Quad, its origins, goals and future plans. Another article about Quad. From this article, you have to understand what is Quad and why was it formed, which countries are the core members of the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, did the rise of China in the region play a role in its formation, and what are the future plans of the Quad grouping. Moving further on page number 8 itself, GS1 Art and Culture, there's an article that says the controversy. So this article talks about the controversy around the Jagannath Temple Heritage Corridor project. From this article, you have to understand why is the Odisha government and the ASI at loggerheads over the Jagannath Temple Heritage Corridor project. Moving further, on page number 12, GS3 Environment section, 60% e-waste recycling likely by 2023. There's a draft notification that says companies will have to pay environmental compensation for missed targets. From this article, you have to understand what are the key features of draft notification recently released by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change for e-waste recycling and what exactly is e-waste generation in India, how is it being managed in India, and what more needs to be done in this particular context. Well, that's a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, The Hindu. This is Kritika signing off. I'll see you with more such videos. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.